screen is visible, sir? Okay, start panela. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, good evening, participants. I welcome all the students for the day 8 for cybersecurity course. So today we are going to see the working of BitTorrent protocol. So in the last session, we have seen the protocol that is domain name system protocol. And in the previous sessions, we have seen what are the protocols used in the application layer of the TCP IP model shoot. Okay. So today we are going to see BitTorrent protocol. So the objective of this session is to make the students known about the working of the BitTorrent protocol, and the outcome of the session is that the students may be able to understand how the BitTorrent protocol works and the architecture. So all it will be known by the student. And these are the outlines listed for today's session. So first we are going to see what is meant by BitTorrent protocol and the terminology used, and we'll be seeing the architecture of the BitTorrent protocol. And the working, how the BitTorrent protocol works, and we'll be seeing how does the file sharing happens in between the peer-to-peer network, and we'll be seeing how does the file downloading happens, and what are the yes sir. Okay sir. The screen is visible now, sir? Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. So we'll be seeing what are the available sites for the torrent search sites, and what is BitTorrent clients, what are the advantages of BitTorrent protocol and disadvantages, and what is the main use of BitTorrent protocols, and conclusions. So these are the topics that we are going to see in today's session. Okay. So in the previous session, we have seen file transfer protocol. So what is the main use of file transfer protocol is that it will be using a client server model. The thing is that from the server, all the clients will be, the files which you are going to share will be delivered to the clients. Okay. So there will be a central server just maintained for the purpose of downloading or some sharing of files. That will be done by the file transfer protocol. Okay. So here the large traffic may occur due to the heavy load in the server. So this will lead to a download of files in a failure manner. Okay. So this shortcoming of FTP makes the people to think over the traditional FTP. Okay. So next comes what is peer-to-peer network. So already we have seen in the previous session. So there are two types of network architecture we have seen. So one is the client server model, and the next one is peer-to-peer network model. Okay. So peer-to-peer in the sense the network is connected in such a way that all the clients will be connected, wherein which the client may share the files or resources among themselves. So this is applicable when we are connected when we form a peer-to-peer network. Okay. So the peer may act as both the client as well as the server. Okay. So peer-to-peer network is followed while using using the BitTorrent protocol. Okay, so here there will be a centralized model or decentralized model of is carried out in while using the BitTorrent protocol. Okay, so what are the peer-to-peer protocol available? Or Napster, then Nutella, Bearshare and Limeware, and Kadamilla and Fast Track, there is Kalsa and BitTorrent protocol. So now we are going to see BitTorrent protocol. So in the traditional client server model, if you are opening a web page, if the client wants to download any content from the server, then they'll be opening a web page and click on the link to download the file. The web browser on the client tells the server to transfer the requested file to the corresponding client mission. Okay, so this transfer of files or resources will be carried out with the help of the file transfer protocol or the HTTP protocol. Okay, so the transfer speed is affected by number of parameters. So like it will be considering the type of protocol used, whether it may be a FTP or a HTTP. Okay, then it will be considering how what is the amount of traffic occurs on the server, and the next parameter is number of downloading the files. So how many files are downloaded? So all these reflects the transfer speed. Okay, so if suppose the file is very large and the popular file, if the file is very popular, the thing is that it will be demanded by so many clients connected on the network. So it will take more time to download that particular file. Okay. So next we'll see what is the definition of BitTorrent protocol. So it is referring three things. One is it may be referring a company, or the second thing it may be referring a protocol. The third thing it may be referring a software. Okay, so in this context we'll be discussing two things. One is protocol and software. Okay, so what is BitTorrent protocol? So it's a protocol which is used in the application layer. Okay, so it follows the peer-to-peer file sharing protocol, which is used for distributing a large amount of file. So you can share a very large file over the internet with this BitTorrent protocol. Okay, that's the point here. And what is peer-to-peer means? Downloading files or sharing files from another person, from one computer to another computer. Okay, instead of downloading them from the server. That is called a peer-to-peer network. Okay, so the next thing comes as a BitTorrent as a software. So every peer-to-peer client should use to connect through the network, so the users can download and upload. So the files must be of .torrent extension files using this program. So the thing is that whichever the client wants to share or download the files from the another peer or another host machine, this particular client has to install with the BitTorrent software in that particular client machine. Okay. So what is BitTorrent? Is a protocol that enables fast downloading. So fast downloading of very large file, so that you can access the complete file in a fraction of a second. Okay, with a minimum internet bandwidth. That is BitTorrent. Okay, so it costs nothing to use, and also it includes no spyware. So what is meant by spyware? You might have heard this term spyware. So spyware is nothing but a type of malware or malicious software. It's a software that collects and shares the information about the computer or any network without the knowledge of the particular host machine or user's consent. Okay, software which collects or it hacks the information from the particular client machine. Okay, that is called spyware. Okay, or pop-up advertisements. Okay, so the most popular videos, audios, or software files can be transferred fastly and in a cheaper manner with the help of the BitTorrent protocol. Okay, that's the main use of BitTorrent protocol. So what is BitTorrent? Is a system or a protocol used to transfer the files and also used to download the files from one peer to another peer. Okay, so it is one of the most common file sharing technology used today, BitTorrent technology. Okay, so the purpose of BitTorrent is to quickly replicate. So replicate in the sense you are making the copy of the original file that is that need to be transmitted or transferred among the peers. Okay, so replicate one large file to a person who is downloading it. Okay, so BitTorrent was originally created by a American programmer named Bram Cohen. So but is now maintained by the company named BitTorrent Incorporation. Okay, so he was the first person who developed or created the BitTorrent protocol. Okay, so what is BitTorrent? It's a peer-to-peer file transfer protocol, and with the help of the BitTorrent protocol, you can go for transferring large files from one peer to another peer, so that it follows the peer-to-peer model, and the files shared or between many users. So many users can be connected via the internet. Okay, so there will be active participation among the users. So it achieves, with the help of this BitTorrent protocol, it achieves the high success in file sharing domain since 2003. Okay, so he was the first person who is a programmer, American programmer called Bram Cohen, created this BitTorrent in the year 2001. So he was the son of a computer scientist, and he learned the basics of programming at the age of 5. So Cohen dropped out of the college to work for the companies in the late 90s. So one of the projects was assigned to him to work on the project named Mojo Nation. So was where Cohen got the idea of BitTorrent from that project. Okay. So the history of BitTorrent was BitTorrent protocol was designed and developed by a programmer called Bram Cohen in the year 2001, and it was also released in the same year. So he then created a company of BitTorrent with a partner named Ashwin Navin in the year 2004. Okay. So now let's see what are the characteristics of BitTorrent protocol. So a central server is not needed in the BitTorrent protocol while using the BitTorrent protocol, and no single point of failure. That is, the thing is that if one peer fails, one host machine fails in the internet, the peer can go with the next peer so that it can transfer from the other, or it get files from the other peers who is connected over the internet. So there won't be any loss. So no single point of failure. Okay, the more number of users participation will be there, so that the transfer rate of the files or resources will be in a higher manner. So it gives better performance also. So the data available in this in pieces. So the client, whatever the data wants to share by the client, will be in the form of pieces of data. So the data that is going to be transferred will be divided into pieces, and each pieces will be further divided into blocks. Okay, so the data is not in a single large file. So the large file will be divided into pieces, and each pieces will be divided into blocks. Okay, so there are some of the terminology to be known. First terminology is torrent. So what is meant by torrent? It is referring a small metadata file. So torrent is a file. We call that file as a metadata file. So that file will be received from the web server. Okay, so whatever the file received from the web server will be in the form of a .torrent extension. Okay, okay. This what about this metadata? So metadata means describing what is the information contained in the particular file. That is metadata. Okay, so data about data. You might have known this definition. Here means metadata files will be containing the information about the data. That is, what is the length of the data you have and what you want to download. So it's not the data itself, it is all about the information about the data. Okay, so torrent is a metadata file which describes the information about the data, and this torrent file will be downloaded from the, or it will be received from the web server, which will be in the form of .torrent extension. Okay, so what does this torrent file contains? So what are the informations are contained in this torrent file? So first thing is info, that is information. So it is like a dictionary which describes the files of the torrent. So what are the files included in it, and what are the informations needed to access that particular file. Okay, so announce. So announce is the field that contains the URL of the tracker. So tracker here is the nothing but a server. Okay, we'll see the following terminology used in this BitTorrent architecture. Okay, so next you'll be having the creation date. So when was the BitTorrent protocol created? Then comments from the author, it was an optional field, and created by also an optional field. The next comes the piece length, that is the number of bytes in each piece. So I have already told that the data will be divided into pieces, and each piece will be further divided into blocks. Okay, so piece length. So how far the data is divided? What is the length of the data? That is, it will be specified in the piece length. Okay, number of bytes in each piece will be represented in the form of integer. Okay, pieces means string. Okay, consisting of the concatenation of all the 20 bytes hash values, SHA-1 hash values, one per piece. Okay, and private is the field, there is an optional field where the client requires to avoid publishing its request. Okay. And what is malware peer? So peer is nothing but any host machine or a computer. It may be a client. Okay, so that was connected to the internet for the purpose of transferring the data and sharing the data, transmitting the data. Okay, so generally the peer does not have a complete file with them. Okay, so the next term is leecher. So you can see the particular insect in this slide. So this insect is called leech. You might have heard, or you might have seen this insect. So what is the main functionality, or what will the insect will do is it will suck the blood of a person. Okay, so leecher, coming onto the network context, so is a person, someone who is downloading. That person is called as leecher. Okay. So leecher is also similar to the peer in that they won't have a complete file with them. Okay. So the main difference between the leecher and the peer is that, so the leecher will not upload once the file gets downloaded. Okay. So leecher will be going on downloading the file, and it does not, the host, that machine does not do the do the uploading process. Okay, that's the person called leacher, or that's the mission called leacher. Okay, next comes the new term, that is seeder. So seeder in the sense, a person or someone who has finished downloading the files or resources, and they'll be moving on to the uploading process. Okay, the seeder will be having the complete file with them. Okay, so a seed is a computer that has a complete copy of the certain torrent file. Okay, so once the client downloads the file completely, then he'll be go on continuing with the uploading the file, which is called as, the process is called as seeding. So seeding means once the file is downloaded, after the process they'll be uploading onto the server. Okay, so this is a good practice in the BitTorrent world, since it allows other users to access the files in a very fast manner. Okay, so here comes the next term, that is tracker. Okay, so in this picture you can see tracker, which is connecting all the peers. Okay, peer 1, peer 2, peer 3, peer 4, all are connected to the tracker. So tracker is acting as a server. So we call this as a BitTorrent tracker. So it's nothing but a server that regulates the communication between those downloading torrents and the uploading torrents. So downloading torrents and uploading torrents means, so whoever completes the download process, that peer is called as leacher. Whoever completes the downloading process and they are continuing the uploading process, that peer is called a seeder. So in the previous slides we have seen that what is meant by a leacher, what is meant by a seeder. So tracker in the sense, it will regulate all the peers. The peer may be a leacher or they may be a seeder. Okay. So tracker is a server which is connected on the internet that will be acting to coordinate all the clients, BitTorrent clients, or all the peers. So clients are in constant touch with this server to know about the peers in the swamp. Okay, so what is the main purpose of the tracker is that it will coordinate all the peers. So each peer will be getting the request for a particular file to download or upload from the tracker. Okay, so the tracker is acting as a server which connects all the peers. Okay, so what is swamp? It's a specific term which is describing as a group of machines that are collectively connected in a network for a particular file. Okay. So here you can see clearly the architecture of BitTorrent protocol, how it works. So in the first picture you can see a central tracker is there and all other 4 peers are connected with the tracker. Okay, so this tracker is nothing but already you are seeing tracker is a server which connects all the peers over the internet. Okay, so here you can see 2 types of connections which is represented by dotted lines, that is TCP connection is represented by dotted lines and the solid line is represented by HTTP connection. Okay, so here in the first picture you can see there will be 2 communication is possible. One is the first communication will be between first peer to the another peer. One peer